Hey everybody, once again I'm back. Justin Ponarelli here, and I know it's been a long time, and I mean a long time, and I acknowledge that since I posted a video. But like I said before, I don't post these necessarily for anybody. I post these for me because I enjoy it. You know, I've had some health problems. I had a ear thing going on, which that kept me off the internet. I wanted to do my hair because it was getting kind of scraggly and long, and it was hot in summertime, you know. So cut the hair, took care of the ear thing. Finally, went to a doctor, and they patched that all up, so that's feeling better. And now I've been trying to enjoy the hiking. So I've been doing a lot of hiking. Been doing some chess. I tried out a new game called Star Trek. I want to say Timelines, maybe, or no, maybe Fleet Command for Android. Didn't like it. Was hooked on it for like a couple of days, and then I'm like, you know what? Enough's enough. This is dumb. And then there's just a lot of procrastination going on with me. I want to make more videos. I want to do more Interstellar Pilot. I want to do more Christian evangelism type stuff. There's got all these little projects on hold, right? Got a lot of videos on hold that I want to do, so guys, I'm sorry. So I thought I'd just pop on real quick and just for fun do a quick little chess video, and I'll explain what's going on right now. Here goes. So what we literally have, and it looks like it's me versus the computer, and this little program here, let's see if we have it. Yeah, it's called Lichess, or maybe it's called Lichess, I'm not sure. Okay, versus Chess for Android, literally. So let's turn this back to, now look at that, level 4, that's what it was set at. Let's go to free play analysis. So I wanted to set up a puzzle for both computers. I wanted to see what happens if two AIs enter into a Queen's Gambit game, or a Queen's Pawn game, where it turns into Queen's Gambit. So there I go. This is just me setting up the game. So I made these first 3 moves myself. Okay? So then I went into the analysis mode of Lichess, and I set this up from my perspective. Okay? So basically, the level 4 Stockfish of Lichess, basically the level 4 AI of Lichess, will be facing off against the level 4 AI of Chess for Android. Okay, going into a game of what they call Queen's Gambit. Question is, will the Gambit be accepted by Stockfish or rejected? So keeping in mind that whenever the computer here on Lichess, the Stockfish makes a move, I go into here and punch it into black and allow the white computer, the Android computer, to make a move. So Chess for Android again is playing as white, Stockfish is playing as black. Okay? So I'll show it to you guys on Lichess. And I've already got a nice little analysis going on. So now the Chess for Android really does not have an analysis mode. So, but Stockfish has a wonderful analysis mode, and it's very critical even of itself. You'll see that right now. Okay, so let's go forward. So Stockfish opens up, and I'll do like a little announcement type of thing, as if I'm like a sports announcer. That'll be fun, right? Stockfish opens up by opening with a queenside knight. And then we got Chess for Android, who opens up with a knight. And at this point you can tell that the little arrow means that this is really what should have happened with Stockfish's next move, okay? But instead Stockfish follows up with his own kingside knight, and Chess for Android takes a pawn, and Stockfish follows up by taking that pawn with the queen. And I do this, guys, just for the sake of chess newbies who know nothing about chess. I'm not going to really do much other than just announce it because I think it sounds fun in my opinion. So anyway, Chess for Android moves up with a queenside knight. And Stockfish basically admits that it has no idea what it's doing and moves over to attack a knight, which seems silly because you don't want to do that. So moving on, Chess for Android moves up again with a pawn attacking a knight. Stockfish moves up, which according to this is a blunder. That's what red means. A blunder means it's a really, really dumb move. And how does Stockfish, or how does Chess for Android take that? By taking it. Just by taking it, that's all. And Stockfish says, okay, I'll take your horse, your knight too. Chess for Android says, no problem, we can swap pieces, and takes a knight. So for the game's even, Steven, everyone has the same amount of material on the board. Let's see what's next. And Stockfish moves up a pawn on the far side, on the king side. That's interesting. Chess for Android, of course, moves up, forking two pieces, a rook and a bishop. And Stockfish says, that's okay, I'll just take that pawn. Thanks, appreciate it. Chess for Android says, let's move that the knight into a more centralized location. That's always a good idea. No problem there. And Stockfish says, okay, I'll just attack your knight by doing that. That sounds good, right? Why not? Chess for Android says, I will retreat then because I'm not silly. And Stockfish says, let's attack you again for some reason. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go back into the same spot we were before. Chess for Android says, let's move up a bishop and provide some protection for the queen or the king. Stockfish moves into attack position there by threatening a pawn. I don't know what else he's doing there, really. And we have Chess for Android doing that, which is okay. I can see why. Yeah, sure. Why not? It's protected by a bishop. And Stockfish says, let's pin your bishop down so it can't move. That's cool with a rook. Chess for Android says, I'll attack your queen then. Cool, right? I'm not sure why it would have needed to retreat, because I think it could have just taken the pawn, though, honestly. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, Chess for Android says, let's move up another 2 spaces and take more territory. That sounds fun. Stockfish moves the queen. Why? I don't know. Chess for Android moves up another pawn, another space. Maybe completing a pawn chain. Yeah, that could be it right there, right? Yep. Stockfish moves his queen again. And if anyone knows anything about chess, you'll realize that moving any piece more than once in the beginning phases of a game is not a good idea. Especially when each of these AIs have undeveloped pieces. Okay? So that's interesting. Anyway. So some chess jargon right there for you. And what does Chess for Android do? Chess for Android moves up the queen. Stockfish moves his pawn back. Or, sorry, his bishop back. I don't know why he's doing that necessarily. Maybe just to guard the queen, I guess. I don't know. And Chess for Android with a huge move. You can tell this is not me because I'm not this clever. I'm not that clever, guys. Chess for Android swoops up and says, bam, baby. Bam. Stockfish kind of goes into panic mode and says, okay, take that. I'm going to try to attack you and stop you. Stockfish says, no you don't. Yep. Imagine that one. Okay, can Stockfish get out of this? Let's find out. Moves the rook down. Chess for Android says, no problem, I'll take another pawn. Neat, right? Chess for Android is brutal. Stockfish says, get out of here by moving his rook into attack position. Chess for Android says, no problem, do you want to swap queens? And Stockfish says, no, I'm a coward. Leave me alone. Because it is. Now, maybe at the higher levels it's not, but at the lower levels it seems to be a little cowardly. Okay. But so far you can probably tell there's some there's some issues here with the AIs in terms of how strong they are. Okay. And you'll see which one comes out on top. I think you can already tell who's going to come out on top here. Chess for Android says, no problem, I will move my bishop up so it's behind the knight. I think the idea is to maybe possibly start to pin down this bishop here. As far as, like, get this knight out of the way, right? Get that knight out of the way right here. Anyway, moving on. Stockfish says, let's attack the queen. We can do that, that's no problem. Chess for Android says, no, how about check? Stockfish says, go away and knock it off, please. I thought that was a pretty good move. How does Android get out of it? By retreating. No problem. Back to a more defensive posture. Stockfish says, I'll take that advantage and eat a pawn. His turn to eat pawns, I suppose. Chess for Android says, yeah, that's cool. Get. And moves up his bishop to attack the queen. Stockfish says, how about I just take another pawn? That sounds fun, doesn't it? And Chess for Android says, how about check? That sounds good. Let's check. Okay, no problem. What does Stockfish do? It eats the bishop. Understandable. Chess for Android says, how about you lose your queen now? That sounds even better. So look at that once again, a replay. So Stockfish eats a pawn. Chess for Android, check. See that? So now the queen's vulnerable. So Chess for Android has a little combination going on, which is very brutal. Gotta relieve the check somehow, so take it with the bishop. Chess for Android says, now you're mine, dude. Stockfish goes ahead and says, okay, how about a fork? Yeah, try one of those on for size. And Chess for Android says, yeah, sure. In your dreams, pal. In your dreams. Stockfish replies by some random move that I have no clue what that's supposed to do. No idea. None at all. Chess for Android. Oops, sorry about that. Chess for Android again checks the king. Stockfish moves up, gets out of check. Chess for Android, check. Stockfish says, okay, I have an idea. Maybe this will work. It could, you never know, right? Chess for Android says, I'm going to take your pawn. Stockfish AI says, I'm going to attack your queen for some reason, which should not work. Stockfish AI says, I'm sorry, Chess for Android says, I will take your rook. Stockfish AI says, that's okay. I'm going to take your rook too. Haha. And, sorry, brain fart. Chess for Android says, I'm going to move up. Move that bishop up there. For whatever good that's for. Stockfish says, I'm going to move up a pawn. Because, sure, why not? Chess for Android says, in case you haven't seen this on the bottom of the screen going on, checkmate. And that's it. Chess for Android wins against Stockfish level 4 AI of Lichess. Here it is, replayed quickly from this side of the field here. So again, let's switch sides here. View from white, done. So again, I set up this board, okay. White moves first, queen's pawn game, queen's gambit. So remember guys, white is going to be played by the chess computer of this program, Chess for Android. Okay? Here goes. And black is being played by the Stockfish. So basically what happens is I have both AIs playing at this point. Okay? I go back here, right? So whenever whenever Chess for Android makes a move, I punch it into here as white, and whenever Stockfish makes a move, for example, that right there, the knight, I punch in it over here. Okay, so here we go. Remember, that's Chess for Android, this program, and then this is, the black one is Stockfish of Lichess. They're both at level 4. Kind of like a speed run right now. Bam, boom. So, what was funny to me is that Chess for Android is very aggressive and will basically break more or less traditional chess rules. Not so much rules, but guidelines as to how your pieces should move initially. Okay? Because basically, you should be developing your other pieces. Basically meaning you should be getting out your other pieces like your rooks, your bishops, your knights. You know, maybe making a better, pawn structure. Okay? But Chess for Android is so aggressive that it doesn't seem to want to do that, and it likes to dance around with the queen instead. And look what it's just picking apart the defenses of the Stockfish program. It's crazy. It's got some good moves going on too. And Stockfish is trying to fight back and make some waves here, and this happens. Then from here, it's basically all downhill. At this point, you got Chess for Android lining up for the kill shot. And then Stockfish basically loses its mind by doing some random thing with a pawn. I'm not even sure why. Check. Check again. An attempt at blocking. I don't know what that's for. Takes a piece, finally. He's going out fighting. He wants to go out fighting. I understand that. Checkmate. And that's it. And at one point, this was showing a check counter. This will actually show like a checkmate countdown. I think at one point, maybe like it was here. I think it was like checkmate in 3, but in reality it turned into checkmate in like 1 move or 2 moves. Okay. So if you go back here, you can go back to Lichess. Oh, sorry, not that move, not that thing. You want to go here. So, according to the computer, Chess for Android did not make any inaccuracies, mistakes, or blunders, which are... I'm not sure what the difference between an inaccuracy or a mistake is. I think an inaccuracy is, hey, you did a good move, but there's a better one. A mistake is kind of like, oops, that was kind of a bad move. And a blunder is you just did something totally stupid. Okay? But Stockfish level 4 does make mistakes and blunders. I believe it's to simply give the human opponent, you know, the ability to catch up and learn. Okay? So this game was actually inspired by... Let me get a glass of water first. I'm sorry, well, 1 minute, 1 minute. Kind of butter. So this game was inspired by a recent correspondence game I had recently. Okay, because I wanted to see, you know, hey, let's try a Queen's Pawn, Queen's Gambit game. So I did that, right? So here I got to play as white. In a recent correspondence game with someone. Come up, there you go, there we go. It's going a little slow. Gotta find it first, though. It's kind of buried. So I practice a lot against the computer because, you know what, I want to get better at my game. And... you know, you lose a lot, but that's how you know, that's how you learn, right? You lose a lot, and then you learn that way. Here we go. So this is actually me versus another human being in a correspondence game. Basically, all you know, real correspondence games back in the day, right? You played by mail, okay? Literally chess by correspondence, chess by mail. But now the idea is each player gets 1 day to make a turn. So you can take as long as you like, as long as it's, you know, less than 24 hours. The other player likewise. So there's Ted Limo up there, and I'm down at the bottom as white. So I'm like, hey, let's try the Queen's Gambit. I've never tried it before. But in my opinion, it seems dumb because, like the thing says, you literally give away a free pawn, or offer a free pawn. Or more or less free, anyway. Technically, it's not free. You'll see why in a moment. So, Ted Limo cooperates and says, okay, let's play Queen's Pawn game. And I say, okay, let's try the Queen's Gambit. And, unlike the computer, though, okay, unlike the chess computer, which rejects or decides to not accept the Gambit, as we just got done seeing, right? Going back here. Okay. Stockfish says, no, I don't want to, I'm not taking the Queen's Gambit. That's no good. Okay. So even Stockfish doesn't want to take any of this action. Okay. My opponent does take it. So, let me just go to this mode here, the analysis mode. So you can see at the top, you know, like right here, right beneath my name, where it says Queen's Pawn Game, Queen's Gambit accepted, and I think that's something like old something defense. So basically I'm using like some kind of old style defense, which, yeah, you can study different beginning moves and stuff in chess. Okay. And I'm like, okay, this looks good. I want to try this. I wanted to try this from the study guides. Okay? It's a way basically to recapture the pawn Okay. But the computer, or your opponent could also try to defend their pawn too. But he does not, which is actually technically recommended. It's recommended to let your opponent take back the pawn. So I do so. So basically, so far, my opponent's playing a really solid game. Okay, he's developing his knight, his bishop. Okay. Now you might ask, why'd you move up your pawn here? Right there. Moved up that pawn because my idea was that if he takes his bishop, I want it so that he cannot attack or check my king without getting taken by a pawn. That's why. This was a defense against being checked, being checked by this, like so. Okay, because then I could have done this. But had I not moved up my pawn, I figured he could have, like, let's say I did this instead. He could have done that, and it would have annoyed me, and then I would have had to do this, and then I don't know, but anyway. So I do this instead, because I don't want that to happen. And then there we go. So I move up, so anyway, I don't get to announce all this, do I, right? Probably a bad idea. So again, the arrow, right there, you see the arrow. That's Lichess's analysis mode kicking in saying, this is what your opponent should have done, but instead, he does this. So whenever you see these arrows, this is like a suggestion saying, this is what your opponent should have done. Red is a blunder. That basically means that something you just did something really stupid. Why is it dumb? Because that's what I just did. Okay. So now the computer's saying, well, you could have done this. Then I would have done that maybe. But that's not what happens. Instead, he retreats the horse. He wants to save the horse, the knight. But, again, why fork, right? Why fork two pieces if you're not going to take a piece? So I take my piece. Okay? So no problem, I threaten the queen. He retreats. Now, what I was hoping for at some point... Well, I can't even explain it, right? But I was thinking maybe if he had done this, okay, like the computer's suggesting, and then I take that, and he takes this, then it's my turn, right? So I could do something else. At this point, I can do anything else. I could even castle. And my hope was that he'd simply take my queen and then I would just do this. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to give too much away, but that would have been fun in my opinion, right? But again, that's not what happens. So I settle for this instead. I settle for a smaller prize. And things go off the rails from here. I go up, threatening his queen. Now, I did that knowing that he could probably attempt to take my horse, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Because I've opened up a way for me to take his horse. So we do that instead. I exchange knights. No problem. Now I'm thinking I have an idea on how to do other things, like... So I knew that could have happened, and I'm okay with that. So what's going to happen here? Well, hopefully I'm going to take his queen. And I'm okay with exchanging queens. I'm okay with that. But that's not what he wants to do. He doesn't want to lose his queen, so it's like, okay, I see how you are. He's the type of player who does not want to risk any pieces. That's okay. I don't mind risking pieces. So I move up, forking two of his pieces. A rook and a bishop. He wants to try to reduce his damage, I get that. So I take my piece, and I lose my knight. No problem. check, and another fork. He's got no choice now except to lose his rook, which he does. Basically, the end game right now, guys, it's really end game at this point. So he wants to get his knight out of there without being killed, okay? Because if you look at it, he would die if he moved it out that way, right? So he moves this first. I finally castle. He threatens my bishop. It's like, okay, no problem. I can handle that. I'll do this instead. I'll defend my my pawn. I want that pawn to become a queen, though, but, you know, that really does not happen at the... sorry. Ugh. That doesn't happen. You'll see that, though. So at this point, I go for another fork. It's like, you know, pick your loss. Do you want to lose your knight or your rook? Now, in fact, I was okay with him saving the rook, because they're predictable. So I take the rook, and I take my loss. And again, I want it to become a queen. So he moves out. I do this to defend. He threatens. I dodge. He moves forward. I move forward. The computer says, "Why'd you do that?" I take his piece. He moves to attack my... Now, what I'm curious about is why didn't he just go down here and take my pawn? I don't know, but instead he wants to threaten my bishop, which is cool, I guess. So I dodge, because I don't want to lose my bishop. He takes the pawn, which is understandable. I want to protect my bishop too. And at this point, in fact, I probably could have stopped him, or I probably could have checkmated him already. But I didn't know that. In fact, these next couple moves are totally by, I don't know, just on a whim. Because at this point we're both online, we're both just playing this game within real time, a couple, you know, not even a minute apiece, realistically. So I move up to defend. He takes a pawn, understandable. At this point I'm getting irritated. I'm like, okay, I've lost a couple pawns. I've lost a bishop. You know, if I don't know any better, I'd say he's starting to make a comeback, but... So I'm like, okay, what if I just move up right now? Just to check his king. I forgot all about the fact that my bishop was sitting there guarding the king's escape exit, right? I didn't know that. I forgot about this. Didn't know that was happening. My whole intention here was to simply guard my landing pad. So, like, here's what I wanted to happen, right? So I wanted to do this. Then maybe he could threaten this piece. I don't know. And then I wanted a queen. Okay, I wanted a queen. But instead I got impatient and I'm like, well, I'm getting irritated because you're taking my pieces. So I do that. I really had no idea that was checkmate. But also the computer just says, that's it, game. I'm like, oh, neat. So yeah, the whole experiment with the two chess computers was inspired by this game. So I'm like, well, I played a human who accepted the Queen's Gambit and took the free pawn, or the free pawn, because it's not really free, because that's what's supposed to happen, I guess. You take it back with your bishop. Now, people who play chess know probably the point of the Queen's Gambit. It's to basically give white better development of his pieces, yet at the same time offer black to be ahead in material by being ahead by a pawn. So, for example, people, like, you know, it said if you don't do this, like, let's say he hadn't done that, he could have done this and try to defend his pawn. Okay. At which point there's a lot of traps white can try. There's different things white can try. Okay, so that's one of the main things you could do if you want to try to keep your pawn. But it's actually suggested that you don't try to keep it and just let it go, which is what he did. So the guy really played a solid game. It was really fun playing him. He was a really good sport about it, and I had fun. So anyway, I've been playing Lichess. Like I said, tried a game, didn't like it. Been hiking. That's where health issues pop up. Cut my hair. So anyway, hey, I just wanted to jump in with you guys, catch up, say hi, what's going on. So that's it. So yeah, thanks for watching. 2 chess AIs duking it out. Chess for Android versus Lichess's Stockfish level 4. Both level 4s, but apparently Chess for Android has the better AI. Or maybe it's just that Stockfish's level 4 is not the same as a chess level 4 for Android. Yeah, anyway, that was fun. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more chess games, let me know. I'm not a chess master, I'm actually a chess novice. In fact, let me show you real quick what I mean about that, right? I mostly play against the computer, so don't let the Fortnite games fool you. I play the computer like a lot. A lot. There we go. Right there. So you got bullets, rapid, classical, correspondence, and training. Basically, training is when you face off against the computer in puzzles. They're like training puzzles, which I think are just pulled from actual games, where the computer says, "Hey, you could have done this instead," and then you're supposed to figure out the best combination of moves to regain advantage or maybe checkmate your opponent, despite the fact that it looks like the chips are down and you're losing. When in reality, there's stuff you could do to change everything. So I do okay in training. I'm lousy in the bullet, because the bullet's like a 1-minute game. You literally have 1 minute to make all your moves before it's just game over. I've played the bullet. I'm bad at it. I've lost countless games. Well, not countless games. Technically only 2 games in bullet. I think I've played 5 rapid games, which are, I think, 15-minute games. Not too bad on those. In classical, I'm not doing too great either, but that's okay. I don't think I might have played 1 blitz game, but maybe not. So 1500 is the standard ranking. That's like your default ranking. So until you play more games, it starts ranking you. So I do the best in correspondence because I actually have time to think through my moves, think through what they might be able to do, think how to counter it, and then after taking, about, half an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours a day to sit on my move and then go, okay, let's make a move now. There you go. So anyway, but if you want to stalk me on Lichess, there I am, Rodent Man Justin. That's me. Again, guys, look at these ratings. I'm a novice, okay? You come here with an average of 1,500 rating, and all my ratings have dropped, except for my correspondence rating, which has gone up. Okay, so this little old ticker needs time to think because epilepsy. So I need the time to think, otherwise my brain's gonna fry. That was fun, right? Okay, anyway, so I'm a novice. That's all. So anyway, this is Lichess from lichess.org. And before we close, let's just do a quick puzzle for fun. That's right, I already done this one. That's right. I've already done this one, but we'll do it anyway for fun. I think it wanted you to do... I think it wanted you to do this, maybe? No, it wanted me to do this for some reason. Okay. Then it wanted me to do this. No, okay, no, I guess not. I forget then. No? No. What then? This? No, I'm sorry. See, I don't even. That's okay. There it goes. Right? Okay, there we go. There we go. So I take the pawn. That's. I guess that's it. I don't know. Let's do a new puzzle. I've already done that one before. So it wants me to do my best move for black. Okay. So I don't think I've done this one yet, guys. It's always like the thing you least expect it's gonna be. I'm gonna say it's this. It's not. Okay. Maybe it's this? No? See? It's always like something you least expect it to be. Oh, never mind. Sorry. I'm blind. I'm just blind. I'm sorry. Okay. My goodness. Let's just retry for fun. Okay, so I didn't understand. I'm like looking at the solution it's right in front of your face, and I'm just like not seeing it. Because I'm seeing these two pieces like lined up diagonally, right? See that? They're all lined up diagonally, like they're gonna like come in here and crush them diagonally, but it's like, no, that's not the move at all. So you know it's not this, because that's gonna result in your dude getting captured. It's like, I don't know why I didn't see this before. He moves down, it's his only defense, and I move in. Sounds obvious to me, right? Shoot. Okay, cool. So anyway. So there we go. To wrap it up, 2 chess computers, duke it out. And the Lichess's, AI didn't fare so well, but Lichess's analysis program knew what it did wrong. That was pretty cool. I thought, anyway. So if you like the video and want to see more chess, leave me a like or a cool comment. Right, as always, questions, comments, polite, constructive criticism down below. If you don't like what you see, leave me a big fat thumbs down and I will be like, hey, just tell me why. I'd like to know. But be polite. That's all I'm asking. And as always, guys, for 2021, no nuclear war. Yeah. Let's hope not, right? World's already messed up enough. That's the last thing we need is nuclear war. Let's hope not. Yeah, that's it. See yous. Have a good day. Take care. Ah, move. Gotta get it first. There we go. See you guys. Have a good day.